Salutations, friends and strangers of the interwebs. Welcome back to the channel, Stevie Wonder Woman. I am said Stevie. Happy New Year. Today is January 1st, 2022. Hope it's starting off on the right foot for y'all. Hope you were able to celebrate and everyone is safe and had a great time. Looking forward to this coming year. Anyway, I figured I had to do the obligatory sounds weird once I say it. Obligatory. Oh, that threw me off. Anyway, I am going to do my top 10 knives of 2021. It seems like that's a thing that I should probably do. I wanted to do it just a top 5, but there were so many, I was able to compile a top 10. And so let's just get it started. These are all knives that I have spent a really good amount of time with throughout the year. Some more than others, but yeah, let's just get going. So, coming in at number 10 is the Liang Field Duty EDC. This is, and I'd also like to point out, I can make a case for each one of these really being a number one. There's just so many great knives that I got in for 2021. But this is the carbon fiber variant. So you have carbon fiber show side, and then you have the titanium lock side. It does carry really well with that pocket clip, and I like the ball bearing style. It goes in and out of pocket really easy. The action on this is phenomenal. You have a nice spear point, drop point, spear point, stone-washed LMAX blade. I'm a big fan of LMAX. I think it holds up really well for me. This has been a great carry for me, and I expect to keep this in the collection. Again, the Liang Field Duty EDC at number 10. Then, coming in at number 9, we have the Demco 8020.5. I actually have them, both variants here. I have the sheep's foot and I have the clip point. These are phenomenal knives. I've made multiple videos about these. Very fidget friendly, very EDC friendly. These aren't higher up on the list simply because although they're phenomenal knives, to get them to where I really wanted them to be, I had to do a lot of aftermarket mods. Added some scales, added the carbonized scales, the Arctic Storm or White Storm fat carbon on the clip point, and the carbonized linen Black Frag micarta on the shark's foot. And then I did put lynch clips on both of these. I've railed on these knives a lot. Phenomenal knives, but they are farther down on the list simply because in order to get them to where I really like them, I had to do a lot of aftermarket mods. But again, great knives. Those are number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have the Todd Knife and Tool designed WiiRoxy 3. Nice stone-washed S35 VN blade. This is a finger hole deployment and a front flipper. Boom, there we go. This is just a great looking knife. Kind of futuristic. Got that Boba Fett ship vibe, I think I've said before. But yeah, whether you want to finger flick that or you want to front flip it, detent is dialed in perfect. Nice carry, again, pocket clip on that. Goes in and out of pocket really well. Action, it's a dropper, little shake. Phenomenal knife. Very utilitarian. with the Warncliffe style blade. Really dig this. That is number 9. Then I would have liked to move this up the list, but there's just so many. Coming in at number, let's see, we had number 8, 10, 8. Coming in at number 7, we have the Mallory Design Forest. This was a limited release. Only 200 were produced. I don't think these are definitely not available anymore. But this comes in that really, really awesome marbled carbon fiber handles. Nice stone washed blade. The action on this thing is excellent. This is Dylan Mallory's first production on his own. The OEM is Artisan Cutlery on this. I know he's already going to be working on some other variants of this, but man, he knocked it out of the park on his first one on his own. I like that pivot collar, his logo on the pivot collar. This is a extremely slicey knife. Just the ergos, everything about this knife is phenomenal. And again, this could have definitely made my knife of the year too. But I have this at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have the Blade HQ exclusive Vox Design Dapper. This is just a little guy, but this has been one of my most carried knives of 2021. I have this thing on me quite often. Just a little, 5th pocket knife, but this knife really punches up for its size. It's a sub, or I think like 2.29 inch blade. It's just a little guy. It did come with a wire clip, but I changed it out to a lynch clip, of course. You have micarta on the handles, M390 blade, titanium hardware, nested titanium liners. Again, just a great blade. For being as small as it is, you're able to just get a really good purchase on this, and comes in extremely handy. And this is the smallest knife of the collection right now, or in the top 10, but phenomenal knife. I highly recommend getting this knife. They have a bunch of variants. I don't know what's still available, but if you can get this, I'd hop on it. That is number 6. So now we enter the top 5. I recently just did a video, my full review on the number 5, the MBK Rayleigh pincher. This is just, I think it's going to be it's number 5 just because I haven't had it for as long as some of the others. But this is quickly becoming my favorite knife. If you've seen my review on it, it's just phenomenal. The ergos on it, it's nice and lightweight. There is some internal milling in the handles, the titanium scales. It's lightweight, ergonomically awesome. The blade is just amazing, and the action is just ridiculous. I think it's got one of the best flipper tabs on it. This is a flipper only. I guess I only have one other flipper only. That was the Dapper. I'm not really into flipper only knives, but it's just done so well that I don't mind it. It's just a phenomenal knife. Again, check out my my full review on this that I did from the I did it out in the field from the Sauk River in the snowy, cold, freezing. I did my full review of this. That is number 5, the MBK pincher. Coming in at number 4, we have the Urban EDC Supply Vox Design F5.5. This is in green micarta and Elmax steel. This knife is midway through the year was my most carried knife. I started getting a lot more knives towards the end of the year. I gotta say that the Dapper and the F5.5 was probably my most carried combo of the year. But this knife is just, you've seen a lot of people rave on this knife. It's great. That sheep's foot style blade, nice deep carry pocket clip, all titanium hardware and backspacer. This thing extremely lightweight, smaller knife, but just extremely, extremely useful. This is really what made me realize I can carry smaller knives and not have a problem with it at all. Um, yeah, just the action on it. Again, the Elmax steel. I've done a video on this where I had this out in the field and I was, cutting branches with it for, getting it wet. Yeah, I was out in the elements and then came home and just feathered some paper. Still no problem. Still has the factory edge on it. And I use this thing a fair amount. It's held up really well. So that is number 4, the Urban EDC F5.5. Coming in at number 3. So the my top 3, I could easily, again, I could make a case for all these being my favorite knife, but the top 3 really was close. But coming in at number 3 is the Vero Engineering Axon Frame Lock. This is, again, I can't say enough good things about it. It's just, from the action, the fit and the finish of it, the sheep's footy Warncliffey blade, the deployment slots, the Vero boxes, is that what they're calling it? Just aesthetically, this knife is amazing. Just literally, I think it's one of the best looking knives, and it's extremely functional. Choking, or getting a full 4 on it back there. Choking, it's got that no flipper tab, so but it's got like this flat that allows you to choke up and just lock into that. And good utility cuts again with this. The front flipper works amazing on it as well. So again, I got a video on this where I just rave about it nonstop. But I absolutely love this. I still am on the pre-order for the Axon liner lock, Gen 2 Wave 3. I still don't know when I'm going to get that, but really looking forward to trying out the liner lock version as well. In the meantime, the frame lock is just, this is absolutely an amazing knife, and I love it dearly. This is a keeper, a forever knife. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Again, number 3, the Vero Axon frame lock. Okay, so this one was going to be my number 1. I'll tell you why I ended up making it number 2. Coming in at number 2 is the Something Obscene Company J-Cape V3.5. Oh, this has the best sounds, best acoustics, best action of any knife that I own in the collection. It's an absolute guillotine. Drop shut, fall shut. It's turned my knuckle into looking like Ric Flair and my thumb knuckle. I won't get too much of a close up, but it's completely scarred up, looking like Dusty Rhodes and Ric Flair's forehead, from learning how to handle this thing on the drop. But Something Obscene Company just killed it with this design. Couple small things that kept this out from being number 1. One being, I did have to upgrade the pocket clip. So can you see that? I did upgrade the pocket clip on that. The pocket clip that comes with it, the lightning bolt, it's not a good pocket clip at all, and it snags like crazy going in and out of pocket. So I got one of the extremely hard to find upgraded pocket clips that helped, but still, the pocket clip is not great on this. It doesn't carry. I mean, once it's in pocket, it's fine, but getting it in pocket, I'm not a fan as much as I would like to be of the pocket clip. So the fact that I had to do some upgrades to this kept it out of the #1 spot, but just everything else about this knife, though, the blade shape is, I absolutely love this blade shape. This is my only coated blade in my collection. I typically do not like coated blades. That's not true. My my Thrasher Christmas present has a black coated blade on it. My Stevie Wonder Woman douche #2 Best Tech Lizard. But I typically would not be into a murdered out knife, but I love this thing. I'm typically a stonewashed blade guy, but I love this. It's breaking in. It gets smoother and smoother and smoother with every deployment. The thumb studs were a little hard to use at first. So let me back up. I did have this in the flipper version. It had a Jade G10 scale that I dyed black, and it was the flipper only. I kind of wish I had gone, when I got the new drop, I'd gone the flipper route and then maybe added thumb studs. But again, now that this is broken in, and listen to that. It's amazing. All these reasons, this very well could have been my absolute #1 of the year. But again, this is #2, the Something Obscene Company J-Cape V3.5. That leads me to #1. It's not going to be a surprise. I have already declared it on a video and I've talked about it in a couple of the lives, and it's been a lot of people's #1. So it's a little cliche here, but there's a reason why it's #1. This is the EMP EDC Nimble. This is the V1. I do have some stonewashed hardware on there. This is production number 98. Black frag pattern, M390 blade. Wasn't into, so I think Kevin, Lefty EDC, said the same thing as I'm about to say. I was not into frag pattern before I got this. I didn't have anything frag. And now I love frag pattern. This knife is just, I can't wait for the 3.5, the XL version of this. That'll make it even better, but this knife, it's done so well. I have big hands, and the way this locks in with that choil, it fits my hand so good. Even when I don't have my back pinky on it back here, I mean, I kind of do, but it hangs off a little bit. This knife feels so comfortable. The jimping on the spine is done extremely well. Again, the placement of that finger choil, it's a very functional knife. And then when you want to start talking about the fidget factor, I mean, you got the back flipper, which is dialed in really well. You got the front flipper. I've been botching my front flips lately. But you got the front flip there. You got the thumb. You can't thumb deploy it as easy, but you can slow roll it with your thumb, I guess. And then you got the middle finger flick. And it did just start making this little tink recently. I don't know what's changed, but I like it when knives go ting. The only thing I didn't like about this blade is that it's a satin blade, which is why, and I haven't done it yet, but I like this knife so much. Again, I got the V2. This is the plain tie frag pattern with a stonewashed blade. Um, it's just as amazing as this guy here, but because I am more partial to a stonewashed blade, I am going to be doing a blade swap. I want the stonewashed blade on the black frag pattern, and then have the satin blade on the plain tie. But look, John Rusk over at EDC, fellow Pacific Northwesterner. This was his first folder design, and I think he just absolutely killed it. Today's January 1st. He had the Nimble dropped. If you didn't get on the pre-order, he had some others left over that dropped today. I don't know if they're still available. I'm guessing not. I don't think he had too many of them. Hopefully, you were able to get one if you tried. But again, just everything about it. The clip. It's not ultra deep carry, but it's done so well. It goes in and out of pocket. I mean, it carries very, very well. There is internal milling on the inside of the scales that make this fairly lightweight. You can't upgrade the bearings on these. These are some special bearings. I don't know what size they are, but I don't think you need to. The OEM on this is QSP. And QSP just did an amazing job with these knives. He's got so much coming up in 2022. He also narrowly almost made the list, but it didn't. He also has the Thick Boy Worn Cleaver that dropped this year. And then he also has the, let's see, in the works, he has the Nimble XL with the sheep's foot blade and like the long fuller on it. He's got a Nimble liner lock and micarta coming as well. EMP EDC is just killing it, and his customer service is off the charts. I still need to do a dedicated video on the Thick Boy to explain it, why. But again, John is just an amazing person. Great member of the community. One of the best dudes that I've interacted with, hands down. And I'm not the only one saying that. There's a lot of people saying that. So, yeah, that is number one for me for 2021, the EMP EDC Nimble. So, as you can see, I got a lot of phenomenal knives in for 2021. There's quite a few that aren't on this list that very well could have been. The Asher Spiros could have been on here. Had I gotten the Nomad, that probably would have edged something out. Again, just so many. And there's a lot of knives that I got this year that just weren't new for 2021. That could have made it in here. Those are all great knives too. But yeah, I got a lot on pre-order coming for 2022. I bought my first knife of the year this morning. I was able to score a Necronaut, an Arcane Design Necronaut V2. Can't wait for that. That's another Pacific Northwest, Washington State designed knife, Arcane Designs. Really looking forward to that. But I also have the Luff Concepts. God, I'm drawing a blank on Bearded Gear and Rimmer Designs knife. The Avant. I got the Avant on pre-order. I have the Jaeger, the Brian Brown Jaeger on pre-order. I got the Mini J-Cape on pre-order. I got the Liang Ma Field Duty EDC V2 on pre-order. I said the Vero Axon liner lock. Yeah, already got a lot of good knives lined up for 2022. So we'll see. But this video is come to an end at this point. I appreciate everyone watching. Also, I just broke 500 subs. I can't say enough nice things about the effort that everyone put in last night on Bees Blades live, the New Year's Eve party. Bees did 5 hour live stream, and they got me to 500. Shane Gables has given away a Benchmade because of it. I kicked in a Cube 332 for the giveaway. Brandon Thrasher kicked in a Civivi Stylum. Thank you guys so much. I'm just barely over 2 months. That was weird. My camera, or my, it stopped recording there for a second. Right before I was gonna finish the video. So anyway, again, I didn't expect to be to 500 subs this quickly. Just a little over 2 months into the channel. So thank you everybody. It's so appreciated. I'll be giving a channel update here very soon. Talk about what I want to, where I want to bring the channel for 2022. But in the meantime, appreciate your watching the top 10 of 2021. And until I talk to you, deuces.